Your report on social inclusion of refugees has been accepted by the Parliament today. What actions would you like to see happening?
Well, I would like the Member States and the European Commission to follow the recommendations that are in the report. In fact, the European Commission in these weeks already made some proposals that go already in the direction of the report. That is the need for swift and rapid integration of refugees in the labour market, which is a challenge but also an opportunity for Europe. This means that we have to do it avoiding any social dumping, avoiding competition with locals in the recipient countries. We need support for early intervention in terms of integration of people, especially those who have more possibilities to be integrated because of some already clear competences that they have, or also, for example, the young people, the children, the teenagers that are also among the refugees and are those who must be provided quickly education and opportunities. So this must be done against this kind of negative idea that we are doing this against the interest of local people. This means that we need more resources, more European Social Fund resources. This is what we advocate in the report, and more direct financing for local authorities, for local NGOs that on the ground they really do projects for integration. So our message is that we need to work together with the many institutions, and the member states have to fulfill their duties in accessing, granting access to public services to refugees, to those people that, due to our humanitarian duty, must be protected. They have granted the status because they risk their life if they go back to their countries. But also, we must make this situation not just an emergency, not just a difficult situation which gives us a lot of challenges, but also an opportunity for economic growth, for societal development, for making our European countries more diverse, and also to support the integration of these people in a way that can also give new possibilities for the local people. This needs more money, more efficiency, and more learning from those that are already doing an excellent job on the ground, coming from experiences using mechanisms of tutoring, mechanisms of using online platforms. We also try to put together the best practices that we need to disseminate and to use at local and at member states level.
A lot of countries are facing austerity measures. They've got high levels of unemployment. Even in a country like the United Kingdom, where you have low levels of unemployment, there's still a lot of hostility towards migrants wherever they come from.
In my opinion, this is a dual issue. In one end, it's a cultural and education issue, to fight against racism, to fight against something that comes also from not knowing the other, not knowing who are those people, Islamophobia, all these things. This is education. But on the other hand, there is also a real concern regarding economy, regarding jobs that are being lost. So we must, as I said, be very concrete, very pragmatic. The report got a large majority support. Only the extreme right, Marine Le Pen, Matteo Salvini from Lega Nord in Italy, and Nigel Farage voted against, but there was and their followers. But the large majority of the parliament supported it because it's a very pragmatic report that shows clearly that we want to face the fears of the people, the concerns, by giving them instruments to make these people the refugees that we have a humanitarian duty to support when they escape the risk of death, of persecution. But this must be done in a sustainable way. This means new policies, new possibilities that also learn from the situations where there was an effective deployment of integration on the ground. So this means working together. This means European Commission and Member States that have to work in the next months to find European solutions. I believe that we cannot solve the general migration and refugee crisis issue and this aspect, that is the integration of those who are in the countries, if we don't work together as European Union.
Matteo Renzi has suggested that Europe introduce bonds, migration bonds. How do you think that will work, and do you support that idea?
I totally support the migration compact idea, because I think that exactly what we need to do is also support the countries where people are fleeing from, in some cases due to problems with democracy, with respect of human rights, but in many cases also for a lack of economic opportunities. This means that we have to regulate our legal migration flows. We have to make distinction between those who are refugees for humanitarian reasons and economic migrants, and have clear and also very strict rules so that citizens know that how the law is applied for people who are coming. But also we need to put money that can help the development of countries that are under strife and are countries from where people are living. And if we do this kind of investment project, a kind of New Deal for Africa and Middle East, we can also, as Europe, get many dividends out of this. We can get also economic growth and economic opportunities for us. So it's a win-win situation. We must pursue it. So I totally support Matteo Renzi's proposal.